The first time I watched Korean election coverage, I honestly thought I had turned on the wrong channel. Hi, this is Mia. So I thought today I was going to talk about what an election actually looks like here in Korea, because they're quite different from what I'm used to. The first Korean election I can remember was just after COVID. I was on my way to work, walking down to the subway, half awake, headphones in. I was almost at the entrance when I heard music, really loud music. I took my headphones off, and right there, parked next to the subway exit, there was a truck blasting trot at full volume. A few hours later, at work, another truck rolled down the street with a different song, then a third one in the evening when I was back home right under my window. By the end of the week, I knew the chorus of 3 different campaign songs and the name of 0 candidates. That was my introduction to Korean's elections. And we are in election season again right now. Next Wednesday, June 3rd, Koreans are voting in the local elections. And honestly, the city feels exactly the way I remembered it. The trucks are back under my window. The matching jacket teams are back at the subway exits, bowing when people pass by. Not at me though, I guess they can tell I can't vote. But to be honest, this election is a bit new to me. And let me tell you, the local election is something else. Depending on your district, you're voting for around 7 different positions on the same day, if not more. The mayor of your city, your district mayor, council members, and the head of education for your area, all on one ballot, all on Wednesday. I was honestly very surprised because I don't know about you, but that sounds like a lot. But let's go back to the election vibe. Because in France, election season doesn't look like this at all. I grew up with quiet campaigns, posters going up on official panels in the street, TV debates in the evening, no trucks under your window, no one is dancing at the entrance of the metro. I remember when I was a kid, on election night, my parents would turn the TV on right before 8 p.m. because that's when the first results dropped. The actual results kept coming in for hours afterwards. Honestly, probably because I was so young, I found it that very boring. I mean, I got into politics quite early and I understood it was important, but the TV part wasn't really for me. So since I'm old enough to vote, I don't really watch the results on French TV anymore. I check the results online or I read about them in the newspaper the next day. Maybe French TV has changed since I was a kid, but I really doubt they're doing it the way Korea does. The first time I watched a Korean election broadcast, I honestly thought I was watching a parody, like a political satire show. But no, that was the real broadcast, and most of the channels are doing it. The numbers were there, the analysts were there, and suddenly the candidates were short tracks skating against each other, with the live percentages floating above their heads. A minute later, they were having fun in a theme park. And then, and this one really got me, 2 of the presidential candidates were in Mad Max Fury Road Desert Chase, and the winner did a famous K-pop dance in front of his percentage. But here's where it gets interesting for me. Yes, at first I found it really funny and honestly a bit silly, but now I get it a bit more. People do watch it. I watch it. Korean TV is not skipping the serious part either. They have the same panels, the same analysts, the same long conversations. And I think maybe it makes people pay more attention. I know that personally I stay long enough to see the panels and the analyzers I would have skipped otherwise. So yeah, maybe it makes sense that people watch more. So how is it where you live? Is your election coverage more like the French version or the Korean version, or something completely different? See you next week, and as always, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe!